listening to the NFT Quarterback Podcast with your host, Riki Van Winkle.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the NFT Quarterback Podcast with your host, Riki Van Winkle. And today I have the honor of being joined by a very proud Vikings fan, Danny Singh. How's it going today, Danny?
Oh, you like that?
You know I like that. Are those Kirk
Yeah.
Cousins chains around his neck?
No way, man. Those have got to be Justin Jefferson's chains and the team's chains. It was probably like, we gotta make a video out of this, man. Come on here, put these chains on. Take your shirt off.
Yo, those things, it would be like $50K per chain around his neck. He had a cool mill around his neck.
Man, I know he liked that.
Definitely, man. You saw it too. They did the video of him in the locker room, and they told Kirk to break down the team. You seen that video?
Those are old videos, man.
No, it's a new one. It's a new one from yesterday.
Well, then I've seen him do that before.
Oh, okay.
He's like, "Three words for y'all. You like that?" And his voice cracking. I was just like, "Come on, man."
Oh man, this dude. Yo, but if anybody could say it, it's him, man, because he's out there tearing it up.
I mean, you know what? No one thought they were going to be in this situation. And then, on top of that, to go into Washington, the team that he left, and he actually rejected a contract from them and decided to go play for Minnesota because he got tired of losing, I guess. He didn't like it out there.
Ain't that for sure?
I mean, it was a tough, hard-fought battle. They were down 10-7 at one point, I think.
I thought they were down 10 points. Like, wasn't it 17-7, something like that?
Yeah. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, 17-7. They were down to begin the fourth quarter.
Hell yeah.
17-7, and then they scored 13 points unanswered.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy how we got I don't know if it was a false start in like the last 2 minutes right before they hit a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
It was like fourth and goal from like the 4, and then we hit a field goal, we scored it, but then they called a false start on the defense, and they only had one time left, and they're like, okay, well, we're just gonna milk this.
What it was the defense they did this real smart thing. They jumped over the center, and that also happened in the Bills-Jets game or something similar to it, but you can't jump over the center because he's in how do you put it? He's in a weak position because he has to snap the ball. So They called a defensive penalty for that. Yeah. And then they got the false start and backed it up, but definitely a huge mistake for the Commanders, man.
Yeah, because they should have just let them get the 3 points, with like 2 minutes to go. Because then at that point, okay, at least you get the ball back. You have a chance to tie or win this game. But the Vikings just ate up the clock. They did not want to score. They would just hike the ball, almost just take a seat, and then hit a field goal with 12 seconds to go, and that was that, man.
Yeah, for sure. And so the narrative on the Vikings earlier in the year was the games they're always too close to call, but they keep winning it, and they keep winning those types of games. And now on NBC, like Football Night in America, they're like, maybe it's not a fluke that they're winning these games. Maybe they're just that gritty. Maybe they just pay that much attention to detail that is their style of winning at the moment.
Yeah, you know what? They're I'm a Vikings fan, right? So I've watched every single one, and they're just getting by, man. Every week, they're just doing just enough. So they beat Green Bay 23-7, so they smacked them, and then they got smacked by the only undefeated team in the league right now, the Eagles, 24-7, and then they barely scraped by the Lions, 28-24. They barely scraped by the Saints, 28-25. And then they have another close game with Chicago, 29-22. Then they pretty much kind of close, 24-16 against the Dolphins. That game, I remember I told you they got lucky because Tua was hurt. He was out that game, right? So we kind of okay, that was a week that all right, we kind of Tua wasn't around. And then last week was a good win, 34-26 against Cardinals. And then this week just kind of so it's 4 out of those 7 wins are within 3 to 4 points. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's really incredible. And that's the kind of experience you need to have going into the playoffs because those games get real nitty gritty towards the end.
Yeah, man. And then the good thing about this win this week is that it was on the road. So that's good, man. To get a road victory like this. Next week, the Vikings play the Bills. So you could just count that as an L right now on the road.
Did you not see the recipe for success against the Bills?
That's a divisional matchup. So those are different because they play each other so often. They know each other's schemes and players just so well. But I mean, hats off to the Jets, man. Jets, Jets. Good win for them, man.
Yeah, and I watched that game. I have 2 words for you: Sauce Gardner.
I knew you were gonna say that. I got 2 words for you.
This little dude, straight out of college, is incredible. Oh man, that a cornerback could have such a good impact on the game.
I told you about him at the beginning of the season. I was like, keep an eye out for this guy, Sauce, man. This guy's legit. I guess they said he never got a touchdown scored on him in college. This guy played 3 years. They're like, oh, to the left? No, that's Sauce. I'm gonna force it the other way. They're like, fuck that.
And at the end of the game, it was 4th and a mile or 4th and 20, something like that. Josh Allen steps back. He throws a 60-yard bomb. And the guy he throws it to is getting covered by Sauce. And you've never seen such good coverage, man. He was an inch away from the defender, not touching him. He's got an arm behind him and the other arm up. It was beautiful defense. And there was no holding or pass interference. Sometimes you think, okay, maybe that could have been this or that. Nah, he made it real obvious that he was just playing him straight up.
Yeah, it looks like he got 1 pick, took it back 16 yards. He got 7 tackles. I don't know, what does TOT stand for?
Total tackles, don't it?
Okay, so 7 total, 3 solo. What does a PD stand for?
Pass defended.
1 pass defended. I mean, that's probably when he got his hands in there or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, that guy's the real deal for sure.
Yeah, that was impressive. And what it was too was they were saying in the analysis, the Jets were just rushing 4 and they were getting pressure on Allen. How many times did Allen get sacked? You could look that up if you got the chance. And
right now he got sacked. Well, he got sacked 5 times and he got pressured 22 times. So that's you got to really bring the heat. That's good.
And they were just doing that with the 4 down linemen. So it was just 4, kind of like that Super Bowl with the Bucks and the Chiefs, how they did that against Patrick Mahomes. That's what they did to Josh Allen yesterday. And I think Allen threw 2 picks or 3 picks, which is totally uncharacteristic for him.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. It looks like 2 picks, no TDs. He did have 2 rushing TDs though. So then a 36-yard long run, 86 yards total. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, that 36-yarder was the longest of his career rushing touchdown.
Sheesh. Yeah, that's good for him. So Stephon Diggs had 5 receptions for 93 yards. I mean, that's pretty good, but I'm guessing he was covered by Sauce the whole time. So that's a hell of a battle right there.
Yeah. I don't see Sauce giving up that many yards, to be honest. I feel like I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I just have a feeling like he's on him like sauce. You just can't get the ball to those guys. There's no chance when he's playing defense on your guy.
Yeah, man, he's legit. He's the real deal. I'll tell you what.
Yeah. And so the Jets also look like the real deal, and that did nothing but make that AFC East even more of a gaggle, like right towards the top. So you got 2 6-3 teams with the Dolphins and the Jets, and then you got the Bills at 6-2, and you got the Patriots who beat the Bears. No, they beat the Colts. They beat the Colts. Like
I believe they're 5-4 now.
5-4.
I think so. Yeah, that division's up in the air for sure. It's crazy to think.
Yeah, for sure.
It's great that New England's just kind of hanging around somehow. I don't know how they're doing it. I'm telling you, Belichick he's a genius, man.
For sure.
I couldn't name you one wide receiver on that team at all. Not to save my life. I swear.
I don't think Belichick can name you their names either. He just calls them wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2.
Get out there.
You got a jersey on. Go play receiver.
Go. If you're no good, I'm just going to replace you. Do you know who I am?
Oh, man. It's like Belichick cannot have a losing season for whatever reason. It doesn't matter who you give the guy. I mean, you give him Mac Jones, Bailey Zappi, who I liked way back when, and he's still out there winning games. He doesn't even have an offensive coordinator. He has Joe Judge, who ran special teams for him way back when and failed as a New York Giants coach, and some other guy who was a defensive coordinator, and they put up 26 points, albeit against the Colts.
I think his son is a coordinator on his team.
Isn't he the linebackers coach? I want to say he is.
I know his son does something. I don't know what his title is, but I know his son is part of his coaching core. I know that. But yeah, man, it's crazy. And then like he always does really good against like rookie or young quarterbacks. So that's why this week and last week, like I expected them to win. This week I think who they have some guy named Ellinger, I'm not sure. 1 pick. He got sacked 9 times. Dude, he was rushed 60 times. 6-0.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's like every play. They just ran right through. Oh, what is going on with the Indianapolis O-line? It's just non-existent. Damn.
That's incredible. He 15 and 29 for 103 yards, Ellinger. Oh, buddy.
60? This has got to be a typo.
Yeah, I think it must be a typo. Because how can you even... They probably didn't have 60 plays. I mean, I'm counting here 29 passes, 19, 20, 21, 22 rushes. That'll put them at about 51 plays.
But I'm guessing some of those plays, I don't know. There's got to be a typo. You're right. That's impossible.
Oh, but you know what? They had 9 sacks too. I don't think those got counted in. So that's 51 plus 9 is 60.
So every single play they got in the backfield.
That's ridiculous.
Every time they just ran through like, oh, no one's blocking me. Boom.
And I think that's the main reason why the Colts fired their coach today. He's now without a job. Frank Reich is.
I feel bad for that guy.
I mean, actually, there were whispers a couple weeks back, but now he's done.
I take that back. I don't feel bad. He's collecting a paycheck for not doing anything. Congrats, buddy. You made it.
Yep. That's the life. That's the dream.
Part of that dead cap space, as they call it.
Dead cap space for a coach. As long as we're on it, as long as we're talking about poor performances, let's jump to that Lions-Packers game.
I swear, everyone yesterday was just ripping on the Packers, man. I'm so happy. Man, I almost changed that pick. I wish I did change it last week. Remember, I was
Yeah.
like, man, I should. I want to root for the Packers to lose, so I should change that out. But I didn't. But yeah, they suck. And then Aaron Rodgers out there is blaming everybody other than himself. And then one guy in the media asked, he's like, after this really tough start to the season, do you regret not retiring? I was like, damn, you really gonna ask him that, bro? That's do you regret
Incredible.
just coming back for this shitty season?
You know, he probably does. Nah, I mean, the bank account is way too big, man. You can't.
Yeah, no, he don't care.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost hard to. You almost think he's pretending that he cares if he loses because he's just got money like flowing through his doors and windows and. Yeah.
Yeah, had one TD, 3 picks, 291 yards.
And two of those
Yeah,
picks were in the red zone.
I think they said all 3 were in the red zone. 2 were actually in the end zone, and then one was like at like the 2-yard line. Like they were all like when they were down there, like he just fucked up.
All right. I thought I had heard that he potentially had 3 picks in the red zone, 2 for sure. And then there was another pick. But I think another, it was late in the game. They were going down to score. He throws a deep bomb, and the Lions defender just jumps up in the air and just smacks it down, like right at the last second. And you could see the frustration in Aaron Rodgers. And it's funny, too. He's walking toward the sideline, and his coach is trying to talk to him, like console him, and he just walks right past the coach. Like, forget you, man.
He's like, I make more money than you.
Yeah. Like, do you know who I am, bro? You gonna try to console me? You suck.
This is my team.
Yeah, man.
I'm out there playing. Don't you think I know?
Oh, man. I mean, I always kind of reveled in Aaron Rodgers' failures, but he's down real low right now, man. So it's tough for him, but what you gonna do?
Honestly, if I was Green Bay, I would trade his ass. Start over.
Well, he should trade him to New England. Get Belichick a quarterback, and then I'm sure the Patriots would be skyrocket from there, something like that.
I think Belichick wants to start over. I think he wants to go young. I think a team like maybe Tennessee would look at him. I think a team like who's kind of in there doesn't have a quarterback though.
I feel like it's Tennessee. I'm looking at the list right now. The Commanders aren't really in there, but they need a quarterback. That's really
who's
bad.
in that the East right now? Oh, well, they got Danny Dimes, so they're not gonna.
Yeah.
Let me start with that, and then the Cowboys have Dak. I don't know, maybe the Niners.
They invested too much already. They're not going to double. It's not even doubling down. It's just kind of going big for the home stretch and then bring that guy in. I mean, which I don't mind. You let that dude sit on the bench for 3 years. He can't even stay healthy anyways. He's like a little biscuit out there with those big boys.
You talking about Trey Lance?
Yeah, I'm talking about Trey Lance.
I was talking about giving up Trey Lance for Rodgers and then some picks.
Oh, you wouldn't trade somebody in their second year for that old geezer, would you?
Bro, with your guys' defense and the weapons around Rodgers, it's time. It's time now. It's a time to win. Yeah, you guys. You just picked up Run CMC, Debo, Ayuk. What's your tight end, Kittle? You guys have got squad, man. Like.
Yeah, they good. They good.
This is the time.
don't know. Maybe Shanahan's trying to work that out right now. Just bring him over for the rest of the year or something, and then take on his final 2 years of his contract. Maybe he's
Well, no,
got what's that?
this year is done. The
Oh, trade line. Yeah.
trading window is over this year. I'm saying if it's going to be a move, it have to be in the off season because I'm sure Green Bay's looking at that like, yo, we got this guy on contract 50 mil next 2 years, or 100 mil for the next 2 years, 50 mil a year. Like that is going to win us a Super Bowl. Like we need to restart and he's our highest asset, biggest asset. We need to trade him, get some picks.
Yeah. Because his value, unless something incredible happens right now, his value is only going to go down. So you got to sell high and build for the future off of that.
Yeah, for sure. They've got to let him go. Maybe I can't really think of a team.
It don't matter.
Other than he's the only team I could really think of that. Oh, Pittsburgh needs a quarterback.
True that.
Pittsburgh. The Saints still have Jameis. Saints going to play tonight at 5:15. Who you got in tonight's game?
Is that the Saints and the Ravens? I'm going to take the Ravens.
Okay, yeah. I think I got the Saints. I think that was the pick that I changed. I see it scratched out here.
Oh, you're going to take the Saints.
Come down to see if Jameis starts or not. I mean, it's in NOLA, so home team. Hell, did you catch that game last night? Overtime game?
I seen the highlights. I woke up at 2 a.m. to turn it on, and then I was out cold.
Yeah, it was crazy. Tennessee was leading.
Yeah, and I was thinking about you because it gets back to that point you made earlier. The Titans going to go as far as Henry carries them. And you got Joe Schmo back there playing quarterback, and all he does is hand that ball off to Henry, and they can succeed. It's incredible.
Yeah. Every time. Here you go, boss.
That dude is enormous. You just see him running. Man.
Yeah, they had 17 points, and 14 of those, 2 touchdowns, were from Henry.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think he only had 17 carries and for 115 yards.
That's incredible.
Oh, you know what, though? Remember I told you, we talked about this past, right? Whenever you play against KC, you start eating up the clock right away.
Oh, yeah.
So he had 17 carries. Willis had 8 carries and 16 pass attempts. So they barely had 30 plays, and yeah, they probably just tried to eat up that clock as much as possible. I wish it showed that time of possession.
It should show us somewhere. But the problem is they gave Mahomes a chance to end, and that's absolute no-go. You can't do that.
I know, right?
Dude converted 2 thirds down with his legs. So it was like a 3rd and 17. He got it. Then it's 3rd and 9. He gets that. I want to say he rushed for the touchdown too.
I think he threw the touchdown, but he got the 2-point conversion. He ran for that.
Right. On the 3rd try.
14-yard run. He ran for the touchdown, and he also ran for a 2-point. Oh, did you see that? It was like multiple flags. Like that 2-point conversion. Like they ended up doing that like 3 times at least, because there was a flag, and then another flag, and then finally he ran again. I was like, what the hell? It was crazy.
Yeah. But I was just saying, like, Patrick Mahomes, he knows how to win. You can't really... It's tough to ever pick against that guy because he's so good, man. Especially in like clutch time situations, he's so good. It's ridiculous. And my people on Twitter were getting upset that it came down to the coin toss yet again. But mind you, the Chiefs had to play defense in that overtime period and stop the Titans also. So
yeah, that's true.
I don't know. Can I get your thoughts on that real quick? Like, how do you feel about this whole coin toss thing in overtime? I really think, if both teams get a chance for the ball, they worked all these years on that rule, that it's about as fair as it's gonna be.
I like it, man. I even like the old school way. Well, I mean, I think this way is a little bit better. So that if you get a field goal, then it's like, okay, they get a chance. But if you get a touchdown, then it's over. I like that. Just short and sweet. I like the sudden death. Like, okay, it's overtime. First team to score, and we're out of here.
Yeah.
I like that. I think it's like, it is what it is. Like sometimes in sports, you need a little bit of luck. It's like, it just happens. Like, you can't, like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes luck is on your side. Sometimes luck is not on your side. It's just kind of the way it is.
Yeah, true.
Oh.
And you still have to orchestrate a drive. I mean, even in the old days, when I remember when I was a kid, and then the team would just get the ball first, go 40 yards and kick a field goal. But it's not easy, It's not like a given or guaranteed that you're going to score on the first possession, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown.
Yeah, true. So, I mean, yeah, I don't mind that they first touchdown wins. I'm cool with that. I know that I think they're changing it this year in the playoffs, right? So if the first team gets a touchdown and the second team gets the ball still, like, okay, you get a chance to get a touchdown.
Sure. But then it could be just college football. Put them both at the 30-yard line and go as many overtimes as you need.
I don't want that. I think that's bullshit. I mean, I don't think it's bullshit, but I prefer it this way, right?
Yeah.
Pick the ball off, and if you score a touchdown, I think it should be over. Well, okay, they score a touchdown, that's it.
Yeah.
Because now, like, second team, like, does the second team also have to score a touchdown? Is that what it is? I'm guessing.
I don't know, man. At some point, y'all big boys out there, you know the rules. I don't understand why we need to complain about the rules because you lost or you didn't. I mean, come on.
Yeah, exactly, right? It's like, it is what it is, man. Those are the rules. You gotta, accept, move on.
For sure. All right, you want to get into this Chargers-Falcons game? Did you hear anything about that? You got any insight on that?
Well, from what I saw, the Falcons were up early, and I was like, damn. Didn't expect that to happen. I think we were talking about Falcons are up 10-0, 10-7, and then at halftime it was 14-10, Chargers, and then second half 17-14, Atlanta, and then Chargers got 2 field goals at the end. So they kind of, that was a tough battle, good for them. I remember we were talking, like, if they lose this game, I think they're going to fire that coach.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I guess he still got this job. I mean, they've got a hell of a team. I mean, the Falcons are definitely surprising people.
Yeah, the Falcons are at 4-5 right now. Chargers 5-3. That's good.
Are they top of the division?
Who? Nah. You talking about the Falcons?
Yeah.
Nah. That's your boy TB 45 at the top of the division.
No way. No way.
Yes, sir. Check those standings, man. Old man Tommy is at the top of the division.
They're both 4-5.
Yeah, but technically, the Bucks lead the division.
I guess they must have won the heads up. NFC South is the new NFC East, it looks like.
Poor guys.
Goddamn, Seattle is 6-3, bro.
Yo, Seattle is on absolute fire. Gino is throwing laser after laser after laser. And they played the Cardinals. The Cardinals are just, I said the word on Friday. I said animosity between the coach and the player, and that Kyler Murray guy. And then the animosity just seeped into that entire sideline. They're over there fighting, yelling at each other, arguing, and it just
happened weekend?
Yeah, it happened this weekend.
Trash.
It was funny too because Kyler Murray was yelling at one of his guys, and then he gets out there. I think it was like the next series. He's running down the field, gets the first down, and then he just fumbles the ball, like throws it out in front of himself. And I'm like, yo, you can't yell at people and then get Butterfingers out there on the field.
That's what happens. He was thinking this is Call of Duty and stuff. He had 2 fumbles, 1 was lost, 1 was recovered. They had 3 fumbles total. 2 of them were recovered at least. But yeah, 31 to 21. He had 2 TDs, no picks. He had 60 yards rushing. Let's see, Gino. 275, 2 TDs, 1 pick. Your boy Walker out there killing it, 109 yards.
Hell
2
yeah.
TDs. I remember they were talking about him on the radio too. A young kid named Walker. They're calling him.
He's up and coming, man.
Yeah. I mean, Seattle's kind of like the NFC version of the Jets right now. Just no one really saw them doing this good. And, yeah, they definitely turning some heads up right now.
For sure. I'm telling you, it's like Seattle is it's just really no joke. We just said we're just gonna attribute it to Pete Carroll, like we said last time, but you got guys like Walker, and I like this load. 26 carries for 109. And then receiving too. You got guys like Lockett, Metcalf, Noah Fant, who I think is a tight end. And they're all putting up big numbers. Well, look at the receiving on your receiving chart here. I have 6 guys with more than 3 receptions.
Yeah.
So he's spreading the love around, getting that ball out there. That looks good, man.
Yeah, Gino ain't no backup Smith. I'll tell you what, man.
Nah. I've even heard his name in some MVP, just slight little whispers, but I've heard his name in some MVP talks, man.
I don't know about all that. After this week, I think the front runner is our boy Hurts. I think Hurts is the front runner right now. Josh Allen is still in there. He just had a bit of a setback this week. I haven't heard too much about Gino. I would say probably most improved player. I think that award should go to Geno Smith.
I can get with that. And
you know what I'm saying?
And I'll argue you on your Hurts take. I think it's Mahomes.
MVP?
MVP Mahomes. That's what the M in Mahomes stand for. MVP.
I mean, he's playing good, man. What are they 6-2? Tough win. Great the victory this week in overtime. They play Jacksonville next week, so I think they're gonna spank Jacksonville. Okay, talking about spankings, man. Did you see the Raiders fuck up another one? Bro, they're up 17-0, bro.
I saw that. I thought, oh, this is the week. The Raiders finally figured it out.
I think they said the Raiders have fucked up a 17-point lead 3 times this year. Against Arizona, they're up 20-0. Against the Chiefs, actually, they're up 17-0. And then this week against Jacksonville, bro.
That's right on brand. The Raiders suck. Bad.
Yeah, 17-0 in the second quarter. And then 17-7, 20-7. It was 20-10 at halftime. And then they didn't do shit in the second half. They went inside the halftime like, oh yeah, it's over. We got this. We're the Raiders. Started popping bottles and shit. I swear, I don't know, man. It's the coach. It's 100%. It's got to be the coach, man. Because, like, there are, like, glimpses of where, like, okay, this team is good. You know, like, they've got some solid players. Like, they're putting it together. And then just, no. Like, nope. Gotcha.
And
We are not.
and that coach, he was the offensive coordinator on the Patriots staff for a long time. I want to say I don't know his name. So I'm not going to try to say it. But he was on the Patriots for a long time.
I forgot. I think Daniel something. McDaniels.
But isn't that the that's the coach for the Dolphins, isn't it? Oh, time to bust out Google. Raiders. Josh McDaniels. I was thinking of Mike McDaniels. Okay, Josh McDaniels.
Yeah, McDaniels. That guy's fucking shit up, man. I don't know. Who do they play next week?
You mean who they losing to next week?
They play the Colts.
Oh.
Come on. They got it. They just fired their coach, right? The Colts?
Yeah.
They got to turn that around. Come on, man.
What are they going to turn it around to? Where are they supposed to go?
I don't know.
They're already 2-6.
They're going to go on a 10-game winning streak?
Yeah, right.
That's crazy. There's still 10 games left. No, 9 games. There's 17 games, right? 18 week.
Yeah, there's 17. Yeah. Nah, they done. They might as well just hit the casinos right now and hang out there to the end of the year. Just show up for the games. I mean, they ain't playing anyways. They just getting beat up on by everybody.
They only play one half of football, right?
Yeah.
It's usually the first half.
And then by halftime,
they're all out of gas.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, man. Raiders. But that's how it always was. I feel like because, I grew up watching the Raiders too, probably like you did, and it just always seemed to be disappointing. Even that year they made it to the Super Bowl in 2002 when they had Rich Gannon.
That tuck rule.
Oh, that was brutal.
They made a rule just to fuck the Raiders.
Yeah, they pulled that one out of the woodwork.
That's a fucking fumble. What the fuck? I'm a fucking kid, even I know that.
Nah, but you had your theory, almost a conspiracy theory, don't you, about the Patriots winning that year? Remember what it was?
If you don't, the 9/11, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they needed that. They needed that fucking win. It's America's team.
Yeah, the Patriots.
Oops, come on, guys. Yeah, fuck yeah. They fucking did that shit on purpose.
Conspiracy theory. Well, I don't know.
It's Brady. Just like the goddamn Astros winning again. We don't know how they're cheating, but we know they're cheating. Okay, they got caught a couple years ago, and now they just won again. It's like, okay, you guys are cheating. We just don't know how you're cheating yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, fuck you. That's how it goes, right?
I'm glad you put it like that, because I never know what after fool me twice. And then there's like fool me 3 times, and then you got to say something else. I have no clue how that saying goes, but I think that's the best version of it right there.
No, so look, it's fool me once, shame on me. No, shame on you. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. The second time, that's my fault, because I already got fooled the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And 3 times, you can't. I don't know what the fuck the third one is.
Nah, we'll leave that to philosophizers to figure out. Let's get over. What's that?
I don't think there's a third time, but fuck the Astros. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I was chilling. I was cheering for the Phillies. We ain't worried about baseball anyways. It's over. How about them Bengals? You hear about that one?
Yeah, man. I think what's the boy Mixon put up 5
TDs.
rush. Yeah, I think they say he set a franchise record there.
Yeah, he did. He had 4 rushing and 1 receiving.
Yeah, that's good for them, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, that puts them back in the hunt now. So let me see.
And they got the Ravens game going tonight, so they got to watch out for that one. What's the deal?
7. Damn, the AFC is wide open. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams that are either 5-3 or 5-4 right now. And then Baltimore at the top of their division is playing tonight, and they're 5-3. So if they drop to 5-4, that'll just totally mix things up. I mean, yeah, that division is up for grabs as well.
For sure.
Yeah, football is crazy this year, man.
Yeah. It's like impossible to know what's going to happen any week in football. It's so insane. You know, so Bengals are up 35-0 at halftime. PJ Walker, who I've been hyping up, lays an egg, and you know who came in?
Baker
Mayfield.
Oh yeah, Baker time.
Yo, he was baking out there, man. 14-20, 155 yards, 2 touchdowns.
He's like, let me throw around this level of mediocrity that everyone sees. Oh yeah, just barely good enough to start. That's me, Baker.
Yep. Baker coming off the bench. You know what it was? He actually had time to rest. So he didn't have to worry about all that stuff, playing injured all that time. He let PJ Walker go in there, show him what an even worse quarterback looks like. And then he's like, now y'all want to see how it's done? Now y'all want to see an average quarterback? Let's go.
Not so bad after all, huh?
I knew something was up because I saw him on a commercial yesterday.
Oh my God, my cousin, we've been talking about. The only commercial he's got left is the goddamn Heisman.
With Barry Sanders, right?
Yeah, the Nissan Heisman commercial, Heisman House. But yeah, Baker 2 TDs. That's what's up. 14 for 20, 155.
Yeah. He was playing against the B team, though, for the Bengals. So that's probably what made him look like an all-right quarterback.
Is what happened? Because, I mean, yeah.
Because I see 2 people were throwing passes for the Bengals. One's name was B. Allen, 3 for 3 for 22 yards. I'm not even sure who that is. Is that Barry Allen? Brandon Allen.
Yeah, because it was 35-0 in the second at halftime.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like, that game's over. I don't even know if you get 5 possessions. Like, can you get 5 possessions and a half? That's hard to do.
Damn, he smoked.
Yeah.
In that second quarter, they scored 4 TDs.
That's how you win right there. Don't even mess around with field goals. Just put it in the end zone.
Mixon. And then Mixon got another 12-yard pass. Oh, so Mixon caught one of these TDs. So he had 4 rushing and then 1 receiving. Yeah, he had 4 rushing and 1 receiving.
Yeah.
God damn. But yeah, these Panthers fucking suck.
Wah, wah, wah. Sucks to be a Carolina fan. Yet again.
Sucks to suck.
All right. Let's see. We got one more game on tap, I think. And that's with your
Bears
boy. The Bear? Oh, we didn't get the Bears Dolphins. Yeah, because I wanted to talk about Tyreek Hill still, too.
Oh, he's killing it, bro. I don't know how many yards he had, but I know that he had a whole bunch.
Check this out. 7 receptions, 143 yards.
Jesus Christ, that's like 20 yards of reception, bro.
Yeah.
He is just fucking killing them, man.
That's insane.
He's too fast, man.
And his boy Waddle, 5 receptions for 85. That's 17 yards of reception.
Yeah, 2 over there, 3 TDs, 0 picks. So if it wasn't for those concussion games, I think Tua. I mean, I'm sure he's still in the conversations for MVP, but you know what I'm saying? Those concussion games definitely hurt him a little bit.
Yeah.
So, but I'm guessing, bro, if he keeps playing like this, let me see how many yards this guy's got in the year, man. I bet you it's close to 2,000 at this point. 1980, bro. And he sat out for 3 games.
How does that compare against the other people in the league?
It says that he's 14th in yards overall.
And for sitting out 3 games. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, right. So he sat out 3 games. Like, dude.
That's ridiculous. And the Bears, Justin Fields, I want to say he rushed for the most ever yards from a quarterback.
Dude, he only played 5 games, bro. They only has him here 5 games.
And he's got 1,900 yards?
He has a 186, 110, 261, 382, and 302. No, he must have played 6 games.
He played in the other games, but I think he got injured.
1, 2,
during the
3,
game.
5, 6, 7. Okay, so he played 7 games, but in the Cincinnati game, he went 8 for 14, and in the Buffalo game, the Buffalo game he played. So yeah, in the Cincinnati game, that's the one he got hurt. So in the Cincinnati game, he only had 110 yards. Holy shit, he started 270 against New England. He had 469 yards.
Holy crap.
186 against Buffalo, and he came back Pittsburgh 261, 382 against Lions, and 302 against the Bears. Yeah, he's killing it, man.
Wow. He's definitely airing it out. And he was giving it to the media, I want to say last week, because they said he had a noodle arm before. And now he was like, you see my deep balls? Is this still a noodle arm? Kind of, just jabbing at him. And
yeah, I remember they said that. They're like, yeah, he doesn't have the strength. He's accurate, but he doesn't have a very strong arm. I remember that's like been the image or whatever. That's the image they try to portray of Tua so far in his career.
You know what the problem with telling like highly motivated people, like NFL quarterbacks, things like that is? That they will work their asses off to prove you wrong.
That's good, man. I'm happy for that. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a quality to have. And Tua's got it. I mean, he did start at Alabama, so he's got something in the tank.
Yeah, both those Denver boys right now are killing it. Hurts and actually even Max, he's not doing bad at least, right? Hurts, Tua, and Mac all starting, all their teams are in playoff contention at the moment. So yeah, man, it's crazy.
And Bama boys. Real quick on Justin Fields, he set the NFL single game quarterback rushing record with 178 yards.
Damn, I didn't know that. I'm looking at now one TD, a 61 yard run long, and he had 3 TDs throwing. Holy shit. Yeah, good for him. Are you sure no quarterbacks ever got more than that?
Who do you think the old record holder was? Vic, 2002, 173 yards.
Oh, so he passed him up by 5 yards?
You knew it was going to be close. That's what I was thinking too. It's like, really? Didn't Michael Vick have more than that? Like, I feel like Vic should have had a 200-yard game or something.
That's what I'm thinking. And then I know your boy Cap had at least a 150, at least once. Right?
It could be. I don't know. I really can't believe that's the most ever. But I guess that's what it is.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Justin Fields he's got some wheels.
Well, that's
I've
for
seen
sure.
him stride out in the open field, and that boy is moving. He's got long strides. He's out there moving. I'll tell you what.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't believe it. I had little faith in the dude starting at the beginning of the year, and now everyone's like, he's actually good. That's kind of what's starting to go around here, that the Bears might have a chance to reach contention. Not this year, but next year, the year after that.
I've seen him play a good amount of football, and he's not very accurate with the throw. He's got an arm on him, and that's good. And it might just have to do with the fact that his pocket shuts down really fast, so it might be a little rushed.
Okay.
But he's really not very accurate with the ball. I mean, a lot of his throws are just overthrown, and that might have to do with his pocket not having any time. But I'm telling you, man, I've seen this guy just miss five yards easy over. But I mean, he did have one nice touchdown. I'd seen that at the end of the half, corner of the end zone. So maybe it's just a growing curve, but he's definitely a hell of an athlete.
Yeah, for sure. And it just seems to be like accuracy and Chicago Bears quarterbacks never really go hand in hand. Nah, what you gonna do? At least he could run. But they used to say too about Lamar Jackson, he wasn't accurate as a passer, not a good passer. I'm not sure what they said about Vic. I'm sure he had it. I mean, I seen some stuff. He had like a cannon for an arm. I don't know about his accuracy so much.
I
But
think he said Vic would put too much velocity on the ball. He would just bam. I think they said his biggest thing he would throw it too hard.
come on, they're wearing gloves out there. Catch that.
I remember a couple times it would just hit someone right in the head. Boom. That's this.
Oh man. Hey, real quick. I was at a park and we were playing catch, man. And I'm with these German people, they don't know nothing about football. And this dude just steps up and he's like 40 yards deep. And he's like, hey, right here. And we in a crowd of people because there's all these people at the park. I just threw a rocket to him. Now,
Yeah.
man, I can't throw 40 yards, but how far away he was. This dude moves, he moves out the way. Bro, I ain't trying to hit a grandma. Don't tell me you want to catch and move out the way.
Why did he move out the way? What did he say?
He did. He just like, oh shit. Like I don't think he'd ever caught a football before or seen a football thrown in his life.
He probably heard it coming. He's like, damn, that sounds like it's gonna hurt.
I was telling my buddy, man, because I was there with another American. I was like, don't come tell me you want to catch the ball and then not be ready to take it, like not be ready to grab it.
Damn, I just seen Justin Fields run a 56-yard touchdown right now. Holy shit.
Is he like knocking people over, or he's just juking them out their socks?
He's just juking them. He's
okay.
A little bit of Lamar does that too.
Yeah. All right, we got one more game on tap, and I've been saving it because it's Mr. Tom Brady.
Oh man, that was a game.
You say it was a shitty game?
That was such a shitty. What, it ended up like 14-17 or some shit like that?
Yeah, but how'd the game end, Danny? What happened at the end of that game?
Oh, surprise, surprise. How many touchdowns? Gets the ball in 44 seconds. He's like, I got this.
44 seconds, no timeouts.
But I can still do this, guys.
Yeah. I thought it was over because they had a chance to score with about 2 minutes remaining. And then they jacked that up. And then the Rams get the ball back. Cooper Kupp on second down has almost a clear shot at getting the first down to ice the game. And then he slides.
That's what my dad said, because my dad's a Rams fan. He's like, yeah, Cooper Kupp, idiot, took a slide too early. Could have finished the game, and then...
Yeah, I mean, he was trying to avoid going out of bounds. just cut inside the field, like go towards the middle of the field. No one's telling you to run out of bounds, but no one's telling you to slide either. You need a first down to win. What are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. I mean, both of their seasons are kind of just.
I know you're not talking about the NFC South division leading Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Bro, I'm telling you, if there's one team that I'm confident that the Vikings will beat in the playoffs, what? Well, I mean, we would play them maybe second round if they won their division. Like, at home, bro, their O-line is no good. We've got a decent enough D-line. Secondary is good. Like, I don't know if they're going to bring Gronk out of retirement, but they need to do something.
Yeah, their offense looked horrible. And the only reason they marched down the field at the end because of that good old prevent defense.
I'm sure Tom Brady got a couple clutch flags in his favor, too.
Yeah, and some new rules they invented.
Ref! The flag!
Ref, I need you here.
Look what he's doing. What's the call? I don't know. Make something up, boo. Okay. Pass interference on number 9. The other coach is like, number 9's on the bench. He's not even on the field.
Hold on, there was a pass interference in the end zone on the second to last play.
Always. Every time. See, I didn't even watch the game. Even I knew that, bro. I'm telling you. There's always a couple clutch flags. Oh, what's the call? I don't know, but it's for Tom Brady. That's all.
Yeah.
Taunting. What? Taunting? Yeah, you clapped your hands or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And
you looked at Tom the wrong way.
You looked at him. You told him a good game or something.
Yeah.
Can't tell.
No talking to Tommy. He needs to focus.
I could tell you. I could hear the sarcasm in your voice.
You know, that wouldn't have happened if Sauce Gardner was playing for the Rams. I'll tell you that much right now.
Your jersey's not tucked in. It's flat. They'll just make some shit up, dog.
That's how they do it. Tommy boy. All right, Danny. We got all the games down. Your Vikings are kicking some serious ass. My Niners were out of it this week, but we come in for it next week. So thanks for joining the podcast, and I'll talk to you next time, man.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, man. My pleasure.
All right, later.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the NFT Quarterback Podcast. A special thanks to our guest, Danny Singh, for coming on the program, always being ready with his football knowledge. Production of this episode was sponsored by RMT Books.